Our magic show is recommended for ages 5 through 9. However, when there are enough children ages 5 and up, 4-year-olds can enjoy the show as well. The show is typically harder to perform for children ages 8 and up. Your magic show must last 30 minutes. I book the length of your party and activities based on how long each activity is scheduled. Parents are told how long each activity is meant to last as well. They are expecting your magic show to last 30 minutes. It is scripted to last 30 minutes. It must last 30 minutes. Under no circumstances may you shorten your magic show or any other scripted show to squeeze in additional activities. This sacrifices the quality of your show, and at no point is it ever okay to sacrifice quality for quantity. If a client asks if you can shorten your magic show, politely tell them that it is scripted and would sacrifice quality, that your show is a set 30 minutes and cannot be shorter than this. Please refer to the Your First Party training video for information on where to set up. Use your parachute as the blanket to cover your kit for setup. Make sure to tuck your parachute in under your kit and chair if you are using one to avoid it from flying off your set during the wind or being pulled by antsy kids during your show. Talk to the kids as you're setting up. You must be fully engaged with the children throughout the entire party, including setup. This also helps distract the kids from wanting to peek at your tricks and behind your kit as you're setting up. Ask questions like, who here's been to Disneyland? What's your favorite ride there? Wow, you're so brave. Do you all know each other here from school? Has anyone ever been to a magic show before? Etc. Make sure you are standing the entire duration of your magic show. Be sure to stand in front of your kit and use the space around you to walk back and forth. Use lots of animation and stay in character. For example, a princess may hold her dress and walk gracefully from one side of the stage to another while speaking, twirling her dress from side to side. A clown will be overenthusiastic, using big steps, leaps, and jumps across the stage to engage with all the children from across the room. Always choose the birthday child to come up as your assistant for the first trick. If the birthday child is not old enough to participate, be sure to choose a child that is young and innocent enough to not try to ruin your show. Now is not the time to pick a child who is calling you out for not being a real character or taunting you for magic not being real, etc. Choose a child that genuinely wants to come up because they believe in magic. If the child is too shy to come up to participate, try going to him or her to see if they like to participate from where they are sitting. If they don't, you may choose another child from the audience. There are several types of difficult children you may run into at your parties. The following guidelines apply not just to your magic show, but to all of our scripted activities, so pay special attention. The bully. The bully is a child who no longer believes in magic. More often than not, these are the older relatives at a party, ages 10 to 12, usually boys. He knows you are not the real character and wants to sabotage the party for the rest of the kids. He makes remarks like, you're not the real Cinderella, you're just a person in a costume. I know how you do that magic trick. I have it at home. Magic isn't real, etc. Do not engage with him. He is seeking attention. Responding to his negative comments with attention will only further encourage him to continue with negative comments. If a bully is making these comments during a scripted show, ignore them completely. It's as if they aren't saying anything at all and continue with your show as usual. You are there to entertain the children who do believe. Focus on those children. Do not waste any time or energy engaging with the bullies, especially during a scripted show. The shy children. At some parties, you may experience children who are painfully shy or have a language barrier and therefore don't respond to the interactive parts of your show, like when you ask everyone to name off a magic word, to yell the magic word, what everyone likes to eat, etc. In these cases, you are expected to have the same enthusiasm as you would for a party of children who are outgoing and responding to your questions. You should always be prepared with your own answers to the questions you pose to the children as examples, in case the children are too shy to respond. In addition, you should always be yelling out the magic word with the children, whether they are yelling it with you or not. Your biggest fan. You're a character performer, and in many children's eyes, a dream come true. This makes your job very rewarding, fun, and makes for many precious memories. However, there are a few things you need to know to help you get through your scripted shows without being distracted by your paparazzi. Individual activities such as face painting, balloons, glitter tattoos, etc. are the perfect time for one-on-one time with the children. This is when the children get to speak with you personally, ask you questions, sit in your lap, tell you about their dog, ask about your evil stepmother and how you got the invitation to the party if you live under the sea. Your scripted shows, however, are not the time for these questions. Your biggest fans will be on the edge of their seats throughout the show, hand high in the air, calling Ariel, 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 Ariel endlessly as you perform your show. It's imperative that you continue your script with a smile and not call on the children at this time, as insistent as they are. Once you call on one child, you lose the direction of your script. Her questions are completely unrelated, and 5 more children will raise their hands and start shouting questions at you. Rather than calling on this child, there are a few ways to let them know that you see them without distracting from your show. While continuing your show and script, lean in towards the child, trying to get your attention. Smile and make eye contact. Raise your voice just slightly and nod your head as you continue your scripted line. This especially works if you are asking a question from your script. Does anyone here know any magic words? Or like in Peanut Butter and Jelly, what do kids like to eat? This way you are engaging the child, acknowledging her, giving her a chance to speak and answer you, without going off track from the script of the show. Toddlers. Sometimes you'll find yourself at a party where the parents are in one area and you are left to entertain the children with minimal supervision. If you find yourself with a toddler who does not yet understand the meaning of yes and no in your audience, this can cause issues. In the case that you see a toddler coming towards your set, be sure to continue your script as usual and walk to block their path to the back of your setup. More often than not, a parent or toddler or older child will step in. Just remember, the show must go on. A few safety tips. Especially during some tricks, such as PB&J, the kids will get overexcited and crowd you during your magic show. It's not that they're misbehaving, just that they are so amazed that they want to see how it works. In these cases, the best way to regain control of the situation is to tell the kids to, everyone take 3 big scoots back. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And the magic will only work if we're sitting nicely on our bottoms. Finally, never put your hand on a child. In many cases, the children may try to grab at the magic tricks. So to stop them from grabbing the tricks, you should hold on to the tricks, not pull off the hands of the children. This happens mostly in PB&J when the kids try to pull up the tops themselves. In this scenario, you want to hold down the tops yourself firmly, but never try and pry the kids' hands off. Tell the children that the magic will only work if everyone is sitting on their bottom. Remember to say this with a smile. Congrats! You've learned the must-knows. Now it's time to watch the videos below. You'll learn how-tos for each trick, setup instructions, and a rundown of the entire show. Be sure to practice in front of a mirror, and have fun!